Hello, my name is Carrie. Welcome to Stitching on the 40, my channel all about my cross-stitching journey. This is FlossTube number 7, my Christmas WIP parade. Yay! I'm so excited for this. I have a lot of stuff. I did not have a chance to paint my nails, so they are still just natural. Might be that way for a little while just because things are super busy around here. So yeah. Christmas time. Happy December 1st. And it's on for the countdown to Christmas on December 25th. So it should be a lot of fun. Oh, I just remembered something I need to go get. I'll be right back. Okay. So what I forgot, I will actually be showing at the end. I just wanted to make sure I didn't forget it. Okay. So let me look at my notes because we all have notes, right? One thing I did want to go over is the FlossTube Extra that I'm planning for my fabric dyeing process. I should have some time available this week to start recording that process. I do need to dye my fabric for my stitch along, the Heaven and Earth Designs 2026 stitch along that I'm doing of the Wise and the Brave chart. I'm very excited about that. We've also gotten a snippet of the exclusive Amy Stewart chart, Stitcher's Haven, I think it's called. And yeah, so we've gotten a little snippet of some of the chart and what it's gonna look like, not the actual chart, but like the artistry work by Amy Stewart. And I'm very excited about it. I won't be showing it here right now just because I don't want to put any spoilers out there. I mean, I don't know if we're allowed to show that on FlossTube or not. It's something I'll have to read about in the rules, because maybe that would make people a little bit more interested, knowing that if you really love Amy Stewart's charts and artwork, then this is an exclusive to this stitch along only. It will not be released anywhere else at any other time from what we've been told. So just very excited about that. So I do need to dye fabric for my Wise and the Brave project. If I can think about what I need to say. So I'm really excited about that process. I got to figure out which color I'm going to use, whether it's a powder dye, a liquid dye, all that fun stuff. But I will go through the whole process in the FlossTube Extra, and I'm hoping to put that out to the community before Christmas as a nice little Christmas present in case there's any fabrics you want to get dyed yourself for the new year for any projects that you want to start. So it's an easy process. It's just very time consuming the way that I do my fabric dyeing, which is very different from everyone else. And I also wanted to say I tend to grab right here or point here just because I'm used to having a necklace on. My niece gave me a necklace of a locket that is my mom and I, and it just jangles and makes a lot of noise, and I didn't want that noise on the video. So that's generally why I reach her, because I'd usually grab the necklace thinking of my mom. So I have moved the microphone to over here today in hopes that I don't bump it, breathe into it, blow into it, any of that kind of crazy stuff, smash it, you know, or cover it when I'm trying to talk. This seems to be the issues that I'm having. So hopefully that'll all work out. So I'm hoping to release the FlossTube Extra as a Christmas present to the community of that dyeing process for the fabrics. And yeah, so hopefully, cross my fingers, I can get that done before Christmas and out to you all. I'm very excited to do that. I haven't dyed fabrics probably in about 6 months or so. So I'm very excited to get back doing that. And I will do the process from very start to very end. So yeah, really excited about that. Hello, Bella. So we have a visitor. Bella is back in here again today. She is sniffing one of my finishes, putting her scent on it with the side of her face, as cats like to do. So yes, FlossTube Extra, hoping to get that out by Christmas. That should be awesome. And the next thing I wanted to cover is some previous Christmas finishes. And thanks for your patience while I look down at my notes, because I just sometimes can't remember everything I need to talk about. So previous Christmas finishes. I do have quite a few. Oh, and I almost forgot. I found my bookmark. Yay! So this is my Bookworm bookmark from the late, I do believe it was the late 1980s when I found this. If I recall correctly, my mom and I were in a used bookstore, and this was on the counter as a display. The bookmark, I think, was $5, like $4.95. And then the booklet for the patterns, there were 6 patterns in there, was $1. Super cute. I really love it. This is the back in case you're curious. I didn't cover my back. I've had this bookmark for over 35 years. And that's how I used to stitch when I was 15. So not too bad for having only have been stitching about 2 years at that time. So yeah, there's my Bookworm bookmark. I'm so happy I found it. Yay! That's awesome. So excited. All right. Now to figure out where to put everything. So this particular finish, I'm going to show the magazine first. So this magazine is an older United States of America publication. And this particular issue is from, does that get cut off? That might have got, it might have been on the side binder, you know, and I had to pull them apart so I could scan in my charts to have them digitally. Oh, it should say inside in the table of contents. Hang on. December 2006 is when this, it's called The Cross Stitcher. So this isn't Cross Stitcher, the UK publication. This is actually The Cross Stitcher. Again, this was a United States of America publication. I don't remember where they published it. I didn't think to look for that. Let's see if it briefly says Sydney, Ohio is where it used to be published and printed and released from. So yeah, I think I do have the majority of this magazine full run, but I'm sure I'm missing a few issues here and there. But that's what the cover looks like. It's super cute. Of course, it's Christmas time, so yay. But that is not the project I worked on. So I just wanted to show you the magazine so that you could see if I can get my words right, the magazine that it came out of. I just wanted you to see that because I don't know if a lot of people know about this older published magazine. So I have a lot of projects that I want to stitch out of that series of magazines. And this is one that I finished for Christmas. The actual name of the chart, let me look, it's just right here in the cover. Oh, good grief, Carrie. I didn't have it all together like I thought. Almost. Santa I Can Explain is the name of the chart. So here is my finish. Isn't it so cute? It looks like my little girl Lilu. So I don't know if you've noticed or not, but my initials are CLC, but this is when I was married. And so now I just say it's M for when I was married, not the actual what my last name was, which did start with M. But so yeah. So we'll just say this was Carrie married when I finished this project and did my year and my initials. I don't generally do my initials anymore unless it's just a really large project. Like I did cursive sign my full name on my Pulp Fiction movie poster. But it's just very hard to see. It's very light at the bottom. But yeah, so this is my Santa I Can Explain finish. Yay! So cute. Love the cat. Have the ring light glare. Move this way. There we go. It's just so cute. So I love this finish, and this will get hung up for Christmas time now that it's December 1st. We've been, the family's been talking about the Christmas decorating, and we think we're going to forego the tree this year just because Bella is only 5 months old. She's going on 6 months here next couple weeks. She'll be 6 months. So she's 5.5 months old, and she is just all into everything everywhere. So we are a bit concerned about putting the Christmas tree up, and so we figure, well, maybe we'll just do a little Christmas display and see how that goes first. Because remember, she pulled down my Halloween display, so we'll see how the Christmas display goes. All right, on to the other finishes, because I have quite a few. This particular finish my niece gave me as a Christmas gift in 2022. It was very sweet of her, and it's framed in a hoop. It's called Just Merry Christmas with the cats that are wearing sweaters. Isn't that adorable? I absolutely love it. And it was very sweet of her to frame that in a hoop for me. Hopefully Bella doesn't knock over the camera. She's walking by me. I do believe she got this pattern on Etsy from a designer that's selling their patterns on Etsy, but I don't know who that was. Super cute, right? Love it. So there's that finish, which I didn't do. That was a gift to me. So, all right, Bella's all over. I'll be right back. Okay, I think I've got her a little settled down now, and hopefully she'll take a nap. Cross my fingers. All right, so this particular finish is, and I'll just go ahead and show the finish while I talk about it. Super cute. It is a very old kit that's from the early 1990s or late 80s. I'm pretty sure it was like 92, if I remember correctly. I don't know how I remember some of these details, but I do. The company name is Country Wireworks. It was a kit, and it's called Friends / Part of Christmas. I can pop in a picture of the actual front of the kit. I found a picture of it from a listing on eBay. But here is the finish, and mine is very yellowed because I stitched this back in the 90s, and that makes it like a 30-year-old finish. So it has yellowed. This was white fabric. But I still think it's super cute, and the wire hanger has held up over the years. So that's awesome. I love it. So that'll get all of these finishes that are fully finished, and the ornaments will get hung up for the Christmas display. This particular finish is called Christmas Memories by Rita Louise Henderson of Cherished Stitches. It's from Just CrossStitch Christmas of 2018. Oh, I didn't realize I was off center there. 2018. It is stitched on linen. This is one of the few times I stitched on linen because I had a scrap piece. But I enjoyed it, and I love it. And it looks like there's a cat hair hanging out of the bottom. It was actually a piece of hot glue. There's the back. Just some fabric I got at, I believe, Michael's or Hobby Lobby. So super cute. Really like that one. And I like how it does. I do like how it looks on the linen. It's just really difficult for me to stitch on linen because I struggle with the slubs, the thin lines, and the super thick lines. It just, with my OCD, I need uniformity, and that's why I really enjoy Aida and Even Weave. Alrighty. I have quite a few Christmas finishes, surprisingly more than Halloween, I do believe. Maybe not. I'm not sure. I have a lot of Christmas finishes. Okay, next one. This was a kit that I bought in, I do believe, once again, 1992 or 1993. It's called Christmas Wreath. It was a Bucilla, not sure how to say that correctly. It was a Bucilla kit, and the designer is Mary Engelbright. I love her artwork. She was really popular in the 90s. But I still enjoy seeing her artwork to this day through the social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, all that fun stuff. I did the finish myself. It came with the black plastic frame here. As you see on my little hot glue. But I did put this backing on it with the lace. And then I put that around the front to make it look like Christmas ornaments. So I thought that was pretty neat. Awesome. I got 4 of these Mary Englebright Bucilla kits at that time. So they're all from that same, we'll just say era, since it was over 30 years ago. So this one is called Gingerbread Man. I think I just coughed in the microphone. I am so sorry. Okay, Gingerbread Man, the Bucilla kit by Mary Englebright. These are all just on 14 count white Aida. And here's the back. Christmas plaid. And I just realized I need to show you my shirt. For Christmas, WIP parade. We have our Jolly Housewives, Stitching with the Housewives shirt from Fat Quarter Shop. This one's from a few years back. I like it because it is the long sleeve. These are just little warm glove things that I have. I like it because it's long sleeve and the neck doesn't choke me and it's super comfortable. So I love these shirts. All right, next finish. This one I haven't framed in the little black square frame yet, but this is again Mary Englebright Bucilla kit. Cat hair. Happy Face Snowman is the name of it. Super cute. And this one, I need to wash it. I need to measure, cut, frame, all that fun stuff, find backing for it. But it's really adorable. There was a lot of color changes in this. And then these little white, like snow, is all French knots. I think it turned out really good. Yay. Okay. We're just going to keep going through my finishes. Holly Jolly Peppermint Wreath. It is by by Cynthia Young of Loohoo Stitches in the Just CrossStitch Christmas 2019 issue. I stitched this on a 16 count white opalescent Aida, so I don't know. You can see sparklies, probably not. Maybe a little. You see them a lot in person. Like I look at this and all I see is sparkle. It's awesome. So that's really cute. Need to fully finish it. Some of these I didn't have an index card for. I do little index cards, and I'll go over that here at the end when I talk a little bit about 2026 plans, but not much. Okay, so continuing with Christmas finishes, Mistletoe Kisses by Nancy Greenberg of Pickle Barrel Designs from Just CrossStitch Christmas 2019. Really cute. That was pretty simple, quick to finish. Love it. It's adorable. We have another fully finished ornament. As you can see, I didn't put these in any particular order. Okay, this is called Red Christmas. It is by Nicoletta Faruto from Nikki's Creations. Hopefully I said the name correctly. I apologize if I didn't. Just CrossStitch Christmas 2019. And I chose to stitch it on a 18 count green Lugana. Very cool. Just use DMC 815 on this one. and then the back for the finish. There we go. Cute paisleys. Love it. Nice. There's that one. We're getting closer to the end of the finishes. Yay. Again, this one I did quite a while ago. I think I did this right away in 2021. But unfortunately, it was exposed to a lot of pollen and wind and dust and dirt, just because where I used to live in the Colorado mountains, we didn't have any air conditioning, and you had to open the windows to get the cool air in, which often brought in a lot of dirt and dust and pollen. So this, unfortunately, the way I had it hanging on a display in the hallway, going from the living room into the bedrooms, it got very dusty, dirty, and full of pollen. So the fabric looks almost as old as my 30-year-old project. All right, so here we go. So it's very yellowed fabric, but it's still really cute design. I gotta wash it. It's called Redwork Borders by Elizabeth Foster of Elizabeth's Needlework Designs in the Just CrossStitch Christmas 2018 issue. I did not write down my color number on this one. Super cute. That was a lot of fun to stitch. I enjoyed that one. Which all my projects are fun to stitch. But some I just seem to enjoy a little bit more than others. I'm not sure why, even though I love them all. So it's kind of interesting. Alrighty. 2 more finishes. I think just 2. Okay. Yes. Okay. This one, I love this one. It's so cute, and I really need to fully finish it so we can hang it as an ornament. So adorable. This is Tree Trimmer by Carolyn Manning of Carolyn Manning Designs in the Just CrossStitch Christmas 2016 issue. It's on an 18 count Ada, but I put that it's a mystery tan beige mottled, which means I don't think I dyed this fabric. I believe this was a purchased fabric, and it feels like a Picture This Plus fabric. Super cute. Love him. Again, with aging, I wish I hadn't done white pom-poms because they're a little bit aged and yellowed now from all the dust and pollen and stuff. But I will wash it and see how it looks. Hopefully it doesn't annihilate my pom-poms. The nice thing about this is if the pom-poms get too nasty, I can just cut the string, the thread, you know, and redo it. Because it's very simple on there at the back, as you can see. So there's that. Yay! Very, very cute. I really enjoy Carolyn Manning Designs. I have a bunch of designers that are all my favorites, but she is definitely at the very top. Carolyn Manning's awesome. Her snowmen are so cute. I have quite a few of her designs that I want to stitch. And my last finish is a fully finished ornament. And well, I say ornament, but it's on a board that just kind of sits on a table as a display. A couple years back, Target had these wood finish pieces, and I'll show you the project here in a moment. This side is chalkboard. I should write a message on there. Looks a little dirty or scratched or something. But this is chalkboard. So I have chalk that I can use to write on this, you know, like Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever I want to put on there. And then the finish, the cross stitch finish that I put mounted to the board. This is so cute. I'll show you the whole thing. Isn't that so cute? My little snowman. This is called Winter Wishes. It's by Alice Ocon. I don't know how else to say that. O-K-O-N. For DMC Corporation, Alice Ocon Needle Art Design, and the Just CrossStitch, Christmas 2017 issue. I was reading and looking down and didn't realize I was way down here off camera. Is that so cute? The snowflakes I did in DMC Etoile, the white, because it has like a silver tone to it. And that's so cute. I love it. There is a companion piece to this called Snow in Love, and I have that set up and kitted up to do as a new start eventually, potential future start. So yeah, I love that one. This is one of my favorites. Super cute. So this just sits on a table as a display. Love it. And I do believe the scarf is a variegated floss. That's all one floss color except for the white. That is just Blanc or B5200. I can't remember which I used. But the rest of it, the pinks, the greens, the blue, all that is that one floss color DMC. And I apologize, I don't remember the color number or name. I didn't write it down. Again, I'll go over my whole index card thing with my some of my 2026 plans. I plan to do the majority of my 2026 plans in my January 1st New Year video with my winter WIP parade. So that should be a lot of fun. And maybe this should have been in the winter WIP parade, but it's Christmas time. I wanted to show that right now. So that's the last finish that I have to show you. I'm going to put some of this stuff in the background and I will be right back. I always love that I can pause and gather myself back together, get some stuff moved out of my way, and then come back and it's like I didn't skip a beat. That's awesome. So I thought a little fun Christmas idea for a cross-stitcher type segment, just as a little fun side thing to do, would be to show something I think is a fantastic gift for a cross-stitcher. Back when these were given to me, I think the whole set was, well, I shouldn't misspeak because they might have been more than I thought they were a gift. So I know it was a little drop of money, but it was totally worth the investment in these DVDs. And I think it's just the perfect gift for any stitcher that really enjoys the Just CrossStitch Magazine issues. So I do have the Just CrossStitch DVD collection from when they started in 1983 all the way through 2012 for the regular magazines. And then I have the Christmas ornaments from 97 to 2013 and when they started Halloween in 2011 to 2014. So you can see I've had these DVDs for probably about 10 years now because of the range that it goes through. So 83 to, did I say 2012? 2015, 83 to 2015 on the regular Just CrossStitch magazines. And then Christmas ornaments 97 to 2013 and Halloween 2011 to 2014. These are a great gift for any cross stitcher that loves these magazines. So let me just give you a little kind of open up and show you. They are DVDs, so you do need a DVD reader on your computer or laptop. I have an external DVD reader that I use. I just bought it not that long ago. I had a different one at the time that these were pulled off. And so this is when I print out my Just Cross Stitch patterns. It's coming from these DVDs that were given to me as a gift. So you get the DVD and it says on here what each one is, so in case they get out of their case, you don't get them confused. It's pretty cool. And so each one has their own DVD, like Christmas. These are pretty awesome. And I think they're a fantastic, perfect gift for any cross stitcher. So if you have a stitchy friend, these are really good for them. And again, just going through all the regular issues that I got. Now at that point, I got the actual subscription, which I've had this subscription on and off throughout the years, but this gave me every single issue ever released from the moment Just Cross Stitch started up to 2015. And at that point, I had restarted my subscription, so I now have digitally and in print from 2016. I had to think about that for a second. From 2016 up to now, I'm still a subscriber. I love it. It's great because I get a digital copy and I also get a print copy. I would imagine at some time in the future, because of cost of printing is so expensive nowadays, that they might get rid of the actual print issue and just go all digital. And maybe at that point it might be a little cheaper. However, their overall subscription price for 2 years is generally pretty good if you catch it on like a Christmas special or something like that. So I highly recommend Just CrossStitch Magazine. Even just for the Halloween and Christmas special edition issues that are now absolutely included in your subscription when they didn't used to be. I think the Christmas was, but the Halloween wasn't. So yeah, this pretty great gift for any cross stitcher out there. I highly recommend them. I absolutely love Just Cross Stitch, as I'm sure you've realized by now with all the Just Cross Stitch stitching that I do. I don't think I've had one video where I didn't have at least 1, 2, or 3, if not more, projects from Just Cross Stitch magazines. So yeah, I really love this magazine. I have a bunch of other magazine series as well that I have collected over the years, which is why I say I have thousands and thousands of patterns that I can absolutely stitch at any point in time. And I'll talk about that a little bit more in my some 2026 plans at the end. So highly recommend that. These are fantastic gifts for any stitcher. All right, so we're finally at the Christmas WIP parade. Yay! Took me long enough to get here, didn't it? Kind of like the Halloween video where I just have so many previous finishes and I wanted to share them all with you. So I've got the background now with those Christmas ornaments that I did fully finish along with the framed item. I kept my peppermint purple black work up there along with my home is where the fabric and floss are, because that was a gift to me from my twin stitchy friend, Miss Tammy. So I am very appreciative to all these and the gifts from my niece there right in the middle. So yeah, I think it looks great. Let me get out of the way here. All right, Christmas WIP parade, yay! And I have so many that I had to put them in this cubey thing here and kind of keep them on the table because cats. But I was right. Miss Bella, she went to sleep on the bed, so yay for that. And I know Lilu is off sleeping somewhere. So, and I just realized house is sitting right over here. I didn't take it out of the pillowcase. So I'm going to go through all my WIPs. My typical order that I like to do is my focus project first, then any twin projects that Tammy and I have going. And then from that point on, it will be alphabetical order. So first focus project is house. I showed this yesterday on my November 30th video. I believe that was FlossTube number 6. So it looks the same as it did yesterday because I have not stitched at all since yesterday. I don't think I stitched since the 28th. Yeah, that sounds right. Friday the 28th. I think that was the last time I stitched, and that was Belladonna's gift. So here is house. Oh, wait. Where's my card? See, as I'm showing you the picture, I'm supposed to be getting in the habit of reading you what's on the card so I don't forget any designer names, fabric names, anything like that. Okay. So house movie poster, I charted this myself on pictopat.com. I'm stitching it on a 28 count white Monaco, 1 strand of floss over 1 fabric square, which is also known as 1/1. And I'll try to just abbreviate where I can because I have a lot to cover today. So here we have house. Let me pull this out. No before pictures because this is the WIP parade. So here is my progress on house movie poster. I'm very excited with this. I do have some stitching down here with the top and the end of the hand. And I've showed that in FlossTube number 1 if you'd like to go back and see when I had it all unrolled. I will show it all again when I need to unroll it to move it, but for now, until I get this top section done, it'll be staying in the scroll frame just like this. And these are the side tensioners that make the fabric taut. because I stitch better when I have a drum tight fabric, not loose. The loose I struggle with quite a bit. So side tensioners were a game changer for me, and they really helped me out, and it made me really enjoy stitching on my scroll frames again, because scroll frames are my favorite form of frame for wrangling my project so that it stays on the frame the entire time, doesn't get folded or wrinkled or anything else. I keep it covered, and then it's easy just to pick it up, throw it on my desk clamps when I stitch, and yeah, that's it. Not have to put it on a Q-snap or anything else like that. So just trying to, again, just keep everything in order. And I do have the bags, but I've unzipped everything in hopes that I don't, and hopefully I don't accidentally close the zipper. So try to keep everything in order because it's so much. Okay. The twin project for December is very exciting, lots of fun. It's a design by SodaStitch. SodaStitch CrossStitch Designs. SodaStitch Design. You want to see the project. I'm sure you do. It's called Owl's Christmas. And I am stitching this on a 14 count opalescent white Aida. So again, SodaStitch there. And there's their website on Etsy. They had a sale for Black Friday, but I bought this a while back. Very exciting. Little backstory on this. Tammy and I have been stitching on this for a few years now, and she took a flight somewhere on vacation and had this in a Stitching with the Housewives bag. Kind of like what I have my home is where the wreath is project, which I also think I forgot to show that bag on when I showed this project. So she had it in this Jolly Housewives bag. We had twin bags, and we were both stitching this Christmas owls, and it's usually the one we work on in July. And she accidentally left it on the plane, and she never got it back. She kept calling and checking and asking and inquiring, and nothing. So I went ahead and cut her new fabric, zigzagged it, did all the things I do, which is just the white opalescent, so I didn't have to dye the fabric or anything, and sent it to her. And surprisingly enough, she's almost caught back up with me of where I'm at, because she's had more time to stitch on this than I have. So again, it's called Owl's Christmas. You're like, show the project already, right? Alrighty. So here is Owl's Christmas. Super cute. Absolutely love it. And I'm starting on the letters for Merry Christmas. There are 5 owls in total. We've been stitching the owls together until she lost her project, and then she's been busy catching up. So we're going to stitch, we're going to stitch the tree owl next, and then we're going to stitch the Santa owl last. But I've been working up in the letters because she's already been working on these. I think she has all of this middle done now. So yeah, she stitches pretty fast. It's pretty amazing. So this is so cute. Absolutely love it. And of course the fabric's sparkly, but I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not. So cute. Love it. So this is going to be a lot of fun to work on. I haven't worked on this. I think it's been since July of this year that I haven't. That was the last time I stitched on it. No, this is not the twin project for December. See, I'm getting confused now. Hang on. I'll be right back. So I realized what I did. As soon as I said we stitched on this July, I'm like, this isn't our December twin project. But I wanted to show this twin project because it's Christmas. Good grief. Okay. So if by some chance I feel like stitching on this, I will. However, this is not the December twin project. This was our July twin project. Okay, I'm with it, I promise. And I did the zipper. So sorry. I'm very distracted now that I was like, no, that's wrong. All right, on to the next. The true December twin project with Tammy and I is Halloween Hamlet. It's designed by Carolyn Manning. I am stitching this on an 18 count white Aida that I dyed with light purple modeling. And I've been working in this area back in Halloween in October. Nice. So I did work on this a little bit in October and showed it during that time. And I remember when I initially showed it, I had showed it upside down. Because the village, part of the village is upside down, and I had showed it this way. But in all reality, I guess I could put the village any which way I want to. It doesn't really matter, but this is the way it is on the cover. And there's my fabric. So super cute. I love it. It looks great. And I'll continue to work on that for December twin project. I have it right this time. And don't zip the zipper. Comedy show. Always a comedy show. The yearly twin project that Tammy and I are working on all throughout the year, just when we have time to do that, is absolutely a Christmas project. I do not have a card for this, but I remember what it is. This is Bustling Bookshop by Doreen Jones. It is in the Craftways, a Christmas book that comes out every summer. And this is from the 2024 book. She's super cute. Love it. So I also have this one on a scroll frame right over here. I had to get it out of the pillowcase. That took me a minute here. So here is my progress on Bustling Bookshop. Looks really good. Hopefully that does look all right because I've adjusted my lighting so it's not as bright and you get more of the true color of the fabrics and stuff. So again, have this on a scroll frame with my side tensioners. Really love that, this system. It works best for me. So yay, like that. Oops. There's just so much going on around me. I have so much to talk about for Christmas that is, banging the table on accident. Okay, this, so now into the alphabetical order of my Christmas WIPs. This is so exciting, but my first one does have a little bit of a sad story. However, it's a beautiful project, and I'm very excited to continue working on this. So I am stitching the Advent Animals by Brooke Nolan of Brooks Books Publishing. She had an Etsy store for most of her business, you know, as Etsy became around. And she offered a lot of free patterns on her Brooks Books website. I did download all of her free patterns along with purchasing quite a few patterns from her Etsy store. I'm doing the Advent Animal series, which was a free series on her website. I don't believe that the website is up anymore. She did pass away, unfortunately, in December 8th of 2024, so December last year. Her son, Jack, sent out an email to the, CrossStitch community that had, he had all the email addresses because we were all customers of Brooks. So he sent out an email February 16th of 2025 explaining that his mom unfortunately had passed away from breast cancer complications, and she'd been fighting that for about 6 years. So Brooke, trying not to get emotional, she was an amazing designer. So Brooke will be very much missed in this community, and I'm very excited to stitch her Advent Animals. Okay, not going to get emotional. it's just really sad when we lose a wonderful, very talented cross-stitch designer. So the only Advent animal that I have to show you today is number 1, which is called Katie Kitty. Super cute. They were initially designed with this dragonfly lotus hand spun silk. However, this company is no longer, and so I am just using the DMCs. And you get a full page of everything, and then the charts on the next page. So there are 1 through 25, and I apologize that I don't have all 25 to show you, but I figure with it being a Christmas WIP parade, it's long enough as it is right now, that I could just show them to you as I stitch on each one over the years. And maybe at some point I could print them all out and then just quickly go through all 25. I know Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is number 25. So, and another stitcher floss tuber that has finished this series, that has put them on a cool little flip, has like rings, 2 rings at the top, and it's a little flip board. I think she mounted them on index cards that would fit, is Stitchin' Mommy. So definitely go check that out. I'm trying to remember if I think it was maybe 2 or 3 years ago she finished this Advent series and put them on the flipboards. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. It's a pretty cool series. So I do have the first one started, and that's about all I got to. I went through a phase in 2012 when I started a lot of these projects, where I just wanted to start everything, get at least 100 stitches into it, and then move on and go back to things as I felt up to it. So this is my progress on Katie Kitty. It's very minimal progress. It's stitched on a 14 count white Aida that I dyed light blue. And again, the designer is Brooke Nolan. Her Etsy store is closed. Their family has a donation, like little donation blurb on their, trying to remember if it's, I think it's on the actual Etsy store, and they're trying to reach $10,000 so that the husband can try to, you know, finish out the business as it was. And then the son, Jack, has said that he's going to try and design, and of course he says, I'm not trying to replace Brooke, I'm just trying to add to the family legacy, that he may in the future design some projects for the cross-stitch community. So very minimal start, but hopefully I'll get this out and work on it, and yeah, eventually finish that. But I do have all my pieces of fabric cut and dyed because I wanted everything to be exactly the same. So I did it all as one huge piece and then cut my squares out. Don't zip it, Carrie. Good grief. Okay. I am just, yeah, a mess. Okay. So a couple other of her, of Brooke Nolan's charts that I purchased over the years. I wanted to show some of those to you, but some of them, there's not really a large overall picture. So there are some collections that she did. The 2 collections that I purchased were Alice in Wonderland and the Wizard of Oz collection. So you get 12 charts. Alice in Wonderland, I do have a picture, but it's not very good. And then the Wizard of Oz, I don't have a picture except for 3 of the characters fitting together. But to give you an idea, this is the Alice in Wonderland collection. And I will be stitching it probably with the 2 rows like it is now with everybody connected. Which is why I wish I had a picture of the Wizard of Oz collection, because I don't really know the order that I want them in, and that would have been a good template. I might switch some of these around. We'll see. I know some people have, because it made more sense. Like I know some people put the rabbit next to Alice and move some other stuff around that it made a little more sense for the characters to be next to each other. but I did print out Alice so that you could see her in full and see. So at the bottom it gives you like the 3 where placement is for the recommended, yeah, like the model and the order to put them in. And then I just printed out the caterpillar as well, just to kind of give you an idea. I haven't printed them all out. I need some new printer ink. But here's the caterpillar. So that's going to be an absolutely fun series. I'm excited for that. I do not have any fabric ready or anything else. I'm nowhere near starting this project or even thinking about starting it, but potential future start. And I know normally I do that at the end, but because I'm talking about Brooke Nolan right now, I wanted to include these. And then I printed out the scarecrow from the Wizard of Oz collection, and you can kind of see, at least here, she's given recommended order on these. So I'm hoping on the other ones I can get them all in place without the overall picture. This is a great series. I love these 2 series. I can't remember if she had any others, but these were just the 2 that I wanted to purchase. I also got Flossie the Stitchy Fairy. This is again was a pattern that you could purchase from Brooks Books. Isn't this adorable? And it's the whole thing. So it says, all you need is faith, trust, and a little stitchy dust. Isn't that so cute? So I'm very excited that I have these charts since they are no longer available because she unfortunately, like I said, has passed away. So very much miss her designs and all of her beautiful freebies. And yeah, but I'm glad that I do have all of those in my computer library. In all the realm of digital computer cross-stitch files that I have. So yeah, I'm very excited to get some progress on the Advent Animal series and hopefully get Katie Kitty completed and start on number 2, which I don't remember which one that is. Okay, so this next project is the 4th of the Bucilla kits that I got. Mary Engelbright is the designer. Let's see, there's a year on here, 2007. I thought these were early 90s. I was wrong, 2007. Yeah, I'm definitely off on my time here. Yikes. This is almost done. I can't believe I haven't finished it yet. Kind of humorous here. That's where I am. I'm gonna bring the picture back up. So yeah, it's almost done. I need to finish this. So it's so cute. Get it all back stitched. It'll look really good. And again, these kits came with the frame, which here's the frame, and then it has the back sticky board. So that all came in the kit. Pretty cool, right? So yeah, there's my progress on that one. I would like to finish this one in December this year. So within these next 4 weeks, I'd really like to finish this one. So we'll see. So exciting. I don't know if it's easier just to chit chat while I put these away or to pause in between. Haven't figured that out yet. Kind of do a little both. And that's on a 14 count white Aida. No zipper. This next one is also a little interesting because it was hard to get a good overall picture of the 25 charts that are stitched. So I printed it the best that I could, but the top and the bottom got cut off. So this is, let me grab my little index card here and hold this up. This is called Christmas Blocks. It was a stitch along in 2020. I found out about this stitch along through Fat Quarter Shop. However, the stitch along was hosted by PineNeedlesOnline.com. Pine Needles is a Utah store. And yeah, I was stitching them as jar lids for Christmas gifts, for like the mason jar lids. Stitching them on a 14 count opalescent Aida. I did start stitching them on white, just the white opalescent Aida, and then I was like, I can't see any snow. So then I decided to dye the white opalescent Aida blue. So I have a few that I finished on the white opalescent Aida, and then I started over with the first block on the blue opalescent Aida. So here's the block number 1. So you can see the white stitches, but you can't see them, kind of thing. Very blendy into that fabric, even though it's sparkly fabric. So there's design number 1. And this is the one that I started on the blue, and it looks a lot better. So I'll show you the difference here. And you can really see the snow now. So I'm still stitching on this one. You can see my hanging thread there of the snow. But again, you can just, let me see if I can get a good view of this. You can just really see the snow a lot better on the blue. So I kept these because I stitched them. They're done. They're cute still. So I might make them into ornaments. And I'm not doing the mason jar lids anymore. Those were gifts of like hot chocolate and little jelly beans or whatever I wanted to put in the little mason jars. But doing stuff like that's very time consuming. And then having the perfect size project to fit in there is also a challenge. So this is the second block, I believe. Yes, this is the second block that I did on white. Which that one I don't even see that I stitched any of the white snow. I might have given up at that point. So this might have been the third one I was stitching. Oh no, there is white under the robin. Wow. It's hard to see. And then the third one that I finished on the white is the snowman block. So they're really cute, but on the white you can't see the snow. And I don't know why I didn't think about that when I first started stitching these. I don't know if I was just like, it'll be fine, and it wasn't fine. So again, started over on the blue. You can't really see that it's blue unless it's up against the white. That's funny. So hoping to make some more progress on those. There are 24 blocks, I believe, or 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 25 blocks. Yes, 25 blocks. So, and I have everything printed out with a border, and luckily I have all of the patterns because again, that I know of, this is not available anymore, and this was a stitch along 5 years ago. So that's exciting though. I'm really happy to have this free stitch along that was available back in 2020. Wrong bag. Putting away in the wrong bag. And again, I did go ahead and dye all of the blue fabric, the opalescent, and I've got all of the pieces here. That's a big chunk of fabric, just like the Advent Animal chunk of fabric for the ornaments. It's quite a bit, but that'll be a lot of fun to do. And honestly, they don't take very long to stitch these. Oh, zipper. My bad. It's been a long holiday season so far. Okay. I'll get there. This was a, I don't know why I started that way. This is a pattern available from Tiny Modernist. It's called the Christmas Calendar. So cute. Where's my card? I can tell you what's what. I'm stitching this on an 18 count sterling Aida by Picture This Plus. I started in the middle because I wanted to make sure I had enough fabric. and that it was centered correctly for the, because I don't know if it's just that I wasn't really sure where to start with the corner border with the margins, because I was unsure of my margins on that fabric. So I started in the middle here. And I think it looks really good. And again, this might be one, it's more of like a green fabric that it needs like a white background for you to really see the true color of the fabric. It's slightly modeled, again, by Picture This Plus. Super cute. And so here is my middle start. I am using, oh, I had it upside down. So that's why it's good that I put orientation. This is my top. And I am using DMC Etoile for the snow. Not really get a good view of that here. So it looks pretty good for my first start on that. And I started it and that's all I did. So this is one like the Tiny Modernist Halloween calendar that I would like to, try to stitch a block a day and get it done in 1 month. But this year is not that year. But I'm hoping to make a little bit of progress on this during this month. And yeah, see what I can get accomplished on all the different Christmas works in progress that I have. All right, so on to the next. Tiny Modernist as well. This was a stitch along called Christmas Dreams. This again, Tiny Modernist. Wow. You really can't see the writing on this printout. So if that's the actual way it's going to look on the fabric, I will change that to a different etoile. But I do believe on this one I also started in the middle. I forgot to tell you the fabric. It's on an 18 count Jade Ada by Picture This Plus. It is really pretty fabric. And here's my start in the middle. Yay! So as with all of them, I would like to make progress, even just stitching one day, get one strand of floss in it, because I'm at the point right now where I have so many projects that I can't really get a lot of progress because of all the other daily life things I have to do each day, as I'm sure that is the case with everybody. Excuse me. So just trying to get some of the smaller projects finished quicker, so that I could get some more time to work on the large projects. And speaking of large projects, I know everybody's seen this sitting behind me in the Christmas area here for a while now. So I started this project in 2021. It was a gift from my sweet friend Tammy that we do twin cross stitch projects. And she gifted this to me in Christmas of 2019. She visited in that time frame in December, like right around the beginning of December, I think it was, in 2019. And we went to a stitching shop in Denver. And they had this Afghan that I fell in love with. It's called Christmas Kitties. So they only show 9 squares on the front. The Afghan has, I believe it's 12 squares. I have it all written down in my iPad, but there are only 6 designs. So yes, it's 12 squares, 6 designs. So here are the 6 cats. And I have actually mapped out on like did a little chart of the squares in the Afghan and numbered each cat and put where each one is going. It's on my iPad, which I don't have in front of me right now, but that's okay. You get the gist. So each cat will be stitched twice. And I started, which cat did I start with? I started with the candy cane guy. He's the one I'm stitching first. I have not gotten very much done on this. I would eventually like to finish this. I love it for myself, so I might figure out how to finish the back and keep it for myself, but I've also had the idea to gift it to someone that I think would enjoy it also. I'm sorry, I'm trying to find the square I stitched in. Here it is. Top left is where I started. So there's my start. I do have to use all 6 strands of DMC floss. So I have to separate all 6 strands and then put them all back together and stitch, so I don't get any twisted look. It is challenging, but it's a lot of fun too. It's a little different. This Afghan is huge. So it's 3 across and 4 down. Yeah. But it's really pretty. So that's exciting. This will be fun to work on. My original plan, I have all these lofty goals and plans and things I can probably never accomplish, but it's fun to try. My original plan when I started this was to stitch a block a month and get it done within 12 months. As you can see, that did not happen. I haven't even finished block 1 yet. So, yeah, that's interesting. Alrighty, so there's that one. I'm not going to worry about putting that back in the bag at the moment. Things are falling over. Alright. So this next project is called Dear Santa. And again, when I printed this, I printed it with toner save and I didn't print a new one and I didn't realize it until just at this moment. So you'll kind of get an idea of the ornament. It's called Dear Santa. It is, oh, did I not put my notes on here of which, does it say which just cross stitch it's from? Just Cross Stitch Christmas Ornaments 2015. And it's by Cheryl Granada. I keep saying her name wrong. Cheryl Granda at Glendon Place. Dear Santa. There's other cute designs on this page as well. That's the one I'm stitching right now. So it says, Dear Santa, I've been good all year. Okay, most of the time, once in a while, never mind. I'll buy my own stuff. I just really like it. I'm stitching it, I don't know if I said or not, on a 14 count opalescent Aida, because Christmas screams sparkles to me. So a lot of my Christmas stuff is on opalescent Aida. So here is my progress. I should say where I'm starting at for December. It's really cute. It's a lot of fun to stitch. And it's so close to a finish. Would like to finish it this year. We'll see. Alrighty. Okay, let me put this stuff away. I'm sure this is going to be quite the long video, so thanks for hanging out with me and enjoying my Christmas whip parade. All right, this next project is called Frosty Friends. It is by Belinda Carls Nace at Blue Ribbon Designs. I'm stitching this on a 20 count tea-dyed Aida, tea and tan modeled, it looks like, tea dyed fabric, and then I modeled it with the Rit tan liquid dye. So there's my fabric and my progress. It looks really good. Again, this is one that's close to a finish. It's relatively small and would like to get it completed this Christmas, this December. I see I have very big lofty goals, right? I can get it all done. No, probably not, but I'm gonna try and have fun doing that. Gingerbread Village is my next project. It is by Carolyn Manning. Again, one of my I enjoy her designs. She's one of my favorites. I'm stitching this on 14 count opalescent Aida that I dyed and modeled with, it says dark blue, but it didn't turn out super dark. I think it looks pretty good for what is shown here. And it's been so long since I started this, I don't even remember where I started. In the middle. Looks like I started in the middle. Awesome. Make sure I have my orientation correct. Up this way. This is the fabric that I dyed. Let's put some white against it so you can really see. Looks really good. And there's my start. I don't believe I'm doing the snowflakes and opalescent on this. No. I'm just using regular, probably B5200. This is a larger project, so this will take quite a few years to finish. And of course, lofty ideas, right? Oh, let me finish a house a week and get it done really quick. That's not happening. Dyed, oh, on the back I put dyed with Wedgwood blue and charcoal gray. Ah. So that's what I used. I don't know. I've got a lot of colors, so I try to write down the color name of what I used, and yeah, there's a lot. You'll see with my FlossTube Extra fabric dye video and how I go through the process to choose which color to use, or if I'm going to model it or not. Okay, this one I didn't fully open the zipper. I'll be right back to save that from you. I should have said save you from that zipper sound. I said it all wrong. I say a lot of things wrong. This next project, again, Carolyn Manning designs. I absolutely love her designs. This is called Holiday Joy. It's part of the Jane's Joy collection. I have quite a few of this collection. Super cute. And I am, of course, stitching the Halloween one, which I showed back in October. I started right in the middle. I'm stitching this on an 18 count opalescent Aida that I dyed with New Black and Orchard Mottled. Because you do see some of the fabric in between all the different blocks, and then when I frame it, I'll leave some of the fabric in the margins. So here's my fabric. Turned out great, and there is my little bitty middle start. This is the one that I was like, I think I want to work on this Holiday Joy today, December 1st, for starting my Christmas stitching, because I really want to work on this one. So now that I have the middle block done, I can do any of these blocks around it. And I don't know which one yet, so it'll be fun to figure out what I stitched on my next update video on December 15th. All right, so there is that project. I just really like Carolyn Manning. She's a great designer and beautiful projects. I've stitched quite a few of hers, which I will show as future finishes to show everybody. All right, we have Holiday Quaker by Leela Studio. This is being done as a stitch along this year with Jen at Jen Stitchy Corner, and I'll put her YouTube channel here and link it in the description box below. She's an amazing stitcher. She does a lot of full coverage, so I really enjoy watching her. She does a lot of daily videos. She did a full coverage November, and so we got daily videos every day of her Alice project, and that was a lot of fun to watch, really exciting. So I saw that she is doing this as a stitch along with a bunch of her stitchy friends, and they have added me to the Instagram group, which is a lot of fun to collaborate with other stitchers for doing stuff like this on a stitch along. So I'm hoping to get quite a bit of progress on this huge project this month. I barely have a start right in the middle. I'm stitching it on a 14 count opalescent Ada that I dyed with ice blue. It's a powder dye. And so again, I just barely have a start in the middle. I believe I'm doing my snowflakes in a 12. This particular project, if there is an étoile equivalent, then I'm stitching with the étoile instead of the regular DMC. So both of the snowflakes I've done are étoile floss. Oh, here's my fabric. It's more blue colored. Hopefully I wasn't covering the microphone or bumping it or anything, because I don't know that until I go to edit the video. So yeah, it's more blue. Oh, need the white background. Here we go. And then my start is in the middle with the two snowflakes. There we go. And again, I'm using a étoile if there's an étoile equivalent. I think it's going to turn out really good. I'm excited to make more progress on this than what is there. Very small start. And I did not write down when I started it. Some projects I write down when I start them, some I don't. There's no rhyme or reason behind that. I just remember sometimes and sometimes I don't. All right, how did I have this folded? Good grief. So just out of curiosity, I was like, how many more WIPs do I have? Because it seems like there's more than Halloween, but I don't think so, because Halloween fills a whole cube and Christmas only fills part of a cube. But I have 8 more WIPs to show you, so let's get going on these. This is a Heaven and Earth design. It is artwork by Randall Spangler called Home is Where the Magic Is. I am stitching the mini version on 28 count Easy Grid Lugana. It's really pretty. So upper left hand corner start. I do not have a lot done. I do believe there's only 100 stitches done on this. Oh, maybe 105. But already some good colors coming in there for the nighttime. And yeah, it's not too big because it's a mini, and I have seen this finished. Crafty Gaming Jamie has finished this project. I do believe it was 2 or 3 years ago. And so yeah, check out her channel as well. She's got a lot of really cool projects, but her and her sister stitch projects together. And so I do believe they both stitched this chart, and it's beautiful. They stitched the mini and it's absolutely beautiful. The detail's really good. So I'm excited to work on this and get some progress over the next month. We'll see. So I have a lot of Christmas projects, just like I had a lot of Halloween projects. So I doubt that I'll stitch on everything for Christmas, just like I didn't stitch on everything for Halloween. But the goal is to try and get some of these finished and hopefully not start too many more projects. And then I could really start focusing on the larger ones and get some good progress and get them finished, and just kind of get my WIPs my WIP number down a little bit, because while I do enjoy having so many projects to stitch on and all the different variety, sometimes it can get a little frustrating, because it's like, oh, how could I start this 3 years ago and it's just barely, 300 stitches in it. So that would be why. So I am not starting as many things as I used to, and hoping to get a bunch of finishes over the next, probably at least a good 5 years or so. But again, part of the plan stuff. So this is called Joy Christmas Wreath. It is from the UK CrossStitch Magazine, November of 2018. I love the village in the wreath. This is so cute. I love houses, so this was like the perfect combination. Christmas is my second favorite holiday. And so yeah, I really love this. It does use some sparkly stuff, but I'm also stitching this on an 18 count opalescent Ada. And this one's actually called Snow Glitter. It was when I could purchase stuff. I forget the name of the shop, but it was a UK shop, and I actually bought the Snow Glitter fabric, but it's the same as the opalescent, but it is 18 count, which generally I have not seen 18 count opalescent here in the States, only 14 counts. There's my start right in the middle with the words joy. This particular project, and I am using a toile in, if there is an equivalent from the normal DMC color. But this particular project, a lot of the in the picture there, all the reds are charted for pink colors, and I was like, I don't want pinks on my Christmas. Not this one. I have other Christmas projects that have pink, and I love it on those, but this particular one, I wanted my reds to be red. So I switched my $8.99 pink to $3.21 red, and my $33.26 pink to $6.66 red. And then if there's an étoile equivalent, I am switching to that, which I don't know if you could see the sparkles in the floss itself, but I am using the étoile equivalent. So yay! And it's such a cute project. And yeah, I started in joy, but I would like, honestly, I would like to count over and start working on the actual wreath with the village. That's going to be so much fun. All right, I'm dropping more stuff. All right, this next project is Fat Quarter Shop. So I have the bag they released for this stitch along. Super cute. I like all the bags that they come out with. So it's called Merry Christmas. I'm sorry, it's called Mistletoe Lane, but says Merry Christmas. Really cute project. I am, oh, let me tell you my fabric here. I'm stitching this on an 18 count white Ada that I dyed light blue gray. I'm surprised I didn't do opalescent. Not on this one though. It's just regular fabric. And it's real, oh, this is so cute. I started with the roof of the house. Look at that peppermint. Isn't that so cute? That looks really good. So yeah, yay. Could say all the same things. Hope to get some progress on this and all that fun stuff. So again, just a really super cute bag from Fat Quarter Shop. This is a Fat Quarter Shop pattern. Stitch along that they did. Does it say when? No. Yes, 2020. So this was the purchase stitch along. Again, just super cute. Love the pinks in it. Oh, yay, there's that one. We're getting closer to the end here. I was part of Stitch Quarterly from basically from the beginning, and I did the zipper and I didn't need to. Good grief. My bad. Santa Baby. This is part of the Stitch Quarterly. I do believe this was either the first or the second year. This is the cloth bag. It's really cute. Just plain back, but that's super cute. And there's the pattern. It's on a 14 count minty green opalescent Ada by Zweigert, and it all came in the kit. And I did start it orientation this way. So it looks like I started right in the middle with Santa's face. Sparkly Ada. Minty green. Put some white against it so you can see the minty green. Super cute. The kit as Stitch Quarterly came with the bag, the fabric, the pattern, all the floss. And this didn't come with the kit, but I'm using the Fat Quarter Shop Santa Baby Floss Bitties, Floss Drops. So that's the floss drops that you see here. And it looks like I used my label maker to label the floss drops. That's a pretty cool idea. Came with a needle tin, Santa Baby. And the needle inside with the magnet. So yay, that's fun. All kinds of cute little accessories and stuff that would come with the Fat Quarter Shop Stitch Quarterly. I was very tempted to sign up, and I had it in my cart last night for Black Friday, but then I changed my mind and I was like, no, not yet. And I'll explain why at the end for some 2026 plans. Silver Blue Christmas. Grab my, and thank you again for your patience with all the rustling and rattling of the bags and the papers and everything else. It's just with cats and so many projects, this was the best way I knew how to do this. So it's called Silver Blue Christmas by Anna Gutova of Armishka CrossStitch. Right here. There's the ornament, super pretty. I'm stitching this on a 14 count white opalescent Ada. It's from Just Cross Stitch Christmas 2020. Really pretty. I started in the middle with like the whites, right? Like right there. I did not dye this a different color. It's just the white. So there's my start. Pretty. Is that blue étoile? I don't think so. I think it's just regular DMC. So yeah. In theory that should be, you know, pretty quick stitch, but the bulb is larger than I realized. So that's going to be quite a bit of stitching, but that's okay. That's what the hobby's all about. So I am excited for that one as well. And again, some of the smaller ones I'm just going to pull out and see, you know, how much progress I can get done on them and the amount of time I have to stitch that day. So getting closer to the end. This is one I know I definitely will finish this December. It's tiny. It's a good amount done. It's at least a quarter of the way done. Yes, I think I have a quarter done because it's the corner, but it's a relatively small ornament. Do I have a card here? It's called Tis Red. this one here. I'm stitching it on a 20 count beige Aida. It's in the Just Cross Stitch Christmas 2010 issue. Uses a variegated floss. Did I write down what I'm using? No, but I have it in the bag, I think. I do believe, yes. So I started this with DMC variegated 115. This, from what I have heard, is being discontinued and no longer being manufactured by DMC. So I have enough to finish the ornament, but that also means that I won't really have much for my master set. But that's okay, because if it's being discontinued, it won't be charted with anymore. However, it's a beautiful variegated red. I love this progress. So pretty. And so hopefully DMC has an equivalent replacement, or I can find a fancy floss. But again, I do believe I have enough left to finish this ornament because I still have quite a bit on the bobbin. So yay! That's awesome. Keeping this all in order and together. There are a few other ornaments here from the 2010 Just Cross Stitch issue. Super cute, using variegated floss. What did they call for? Because I'm not using what was called for. They called for Crescent Colors Belle Soie Cranberry. And they said that the DMC equivalent is 902, but that is not a variegated floss. It's just a solid color. So I went with DMC 115. That's a lot of fun. The Cardinals Cheer. This is also from Just Cross Stitch Christmas issue. And let's see what year. 2018. Oh, I need the fabric that has my stitching on it. All right, so it's called Cardinals Cheer. The Cardinals Cheer. It's by Deborah Fasano at Historic Handworks. Stitching it on a 14 count opalescent white Aida. Which I started with the house. I keep dropping everything. I started with the house, so it's not necessarily white. I know that the house looks like it's white, but it's actually like a cream color. I don't have the color numbers here. You can see I started it in 2022. So yeah, that's a cream color in the house, not white, which is why I'm doing this on a white Aida, the opalescent sparkly Aida, which you cannot see the sparkles really well. That's all I have done in the house. All right. Trying to get my stuff together. I don't know why some of my projects I folded. I can only imagine I rolled it so that it wouldn't get creases, and then it got smashed. And yeah, it's a flat rolled pancake, all creased. So washing them at the very end when I'm done with all my stitching, that helps. And then ironing them after they've dried a bit, but they're still damp, also helps as well to get all of those creases out. So I don't worry about it too much since really I have to fold everything to go in the bags. So Tiny Modernist, another stitch along called The Stockings Were Hung, and I don't know what year this was a stitch along. 2021 it looks like. Super cute. Tiny Modernist. The Stockings Were Hung. I'm stitching this on a 16 count white Aida that I dyed with gray green. This is an adorable project. I really like it, and this is where it's like, oh yeah, pinks are good for this kind of like retro Christmas project. Here's the fabric that I dyed. Let's give you some white to see some good color on the fabric. I think it's going to look really good. And there's my progress or starting point. It's exciting. Old school bubbles. So started in the upper left. I have a lot to do on this one. It's pretty big. But that'll be fun to work on if I have a chance to pull this one out and work on it this month. I didn't set up a spinner wheel. I enjoy the spinner wheel, but when I get to the point where projects start coming, I'm like, no, I don't want to stitch on that right now. No, I don't want to stitch on that right now. Then I just kind of take some time, step back from it all, and see what project keeps coming to the forefront of my mind. And that happened with Belladonna's gift, which is why she got stitched on so much in November. So that's exciting. Oh, that's it. That's all the whips. Hey, I'm done with my Christmas whip parade. It's a celebration. Oh, that's so funny. I can only imagine that this video is already super long. So I have 3 projects in project bags that are potential future starts that I will show. And then I did print out a bunch of Christmas ornaments from the Just Cross Stitch Christmas 2005 issue. So I will go through these on my December 15th video because I'm sure this video is already super long with the Christmas whip parade. So we'll have some fun future potential, let me rephrase that, potential future starts for Christmas. And we'll go over this on my FlossTube 8 on December 15th. All right, so I'm going to set those aside. And these 3 particular projects I got through, I do believe all 3 of them are Stitch Quarterly Christmas ones that have gotten over the years. Lady Claus is companion to Santa Claus. Super cute. Project bag is really cute as well. The mesh, I like the cloth and the mesh. But I will say for when they do a series, it would be kind of nice if they were the same bags, if they were consistent, all cloth or all mesh. Because Mr. Claus Hey Santa is in a cloth bag, and this one, and then there's another chart. I don't know if it's in this pile or if it's somewhere else. But there's also like a reindeer, and I think it's in a mesh bag. And if I have that, I should have brought it out. I wonder where it is. Okay, so it came with the same minty green opalescent Aida. Really cute. The floss and the needle. And the needle minder. Super cute. Love it. So that is a potential future Christmas start. Oh yeah, here's the reindeer. I was like, I know there's another one. Here's the bag. So these 2 have the mesh bags, and then the Hey Santa has the cloth bag. But since they're all part of the same series, it kind of would have been, so I have a little bit of OCD. So for me, consistency is really good. So because it's all one series, it would have been really good to have the same type of bag, either all cloth or all mesh. And I have a mixture of the 2, so it's kind of messing with my OCD a little, but that's all right. We're pushing through. I can do this. It's not that big of a deal, but it does bother me a little bit. So here is, oh dear, super cute. The same 14 count minty green opalescent Aida. Floss. Love it. This also came with thread bobbins or floss drops. It's by Lori Holt of Bee in My Bonnet. If I use floss drops, I have to keep them in the bag, and like when I need a certain color, pull it out of the bag, use it, put it back in the bag, because otherwise my cats get to it. So again, comes with a needle and that cute deer needle minder. That's awesome. I love it. So I'll use these floss drops for this project since they came with it. That's a lot of fun. Awesome. Yay. All right. So that's Oh Dear. And one more potential future Christmas start. This is an adorable bag. Let me get everything out of the bag so you can fully see the bag itself. So cute. So again, Fat Quarter Shop Stitch Quarterly. This is called 'Tis the Season. And they release it through It's So Emma. I'm just going to frame my regular. I will not have a bow that's covering my stitching, but it's still super cute. Really like it. All right, and what did this come with? Let's see. This came with Fiber on a Whim, 14 count hand dyed Ada in pistachio. It is modeled, so that's pretty. Very nice. I have never used Fiber on a Whim fabric before, but it honestly looks like it has the consistency and feel like Picture This Plus. So you have to wonder if they do kind of a similar dye process. Got a self-stick mount board for the project. Very nice. These are very handy. And then, yeah, just a little, they always give a pamphlet that tells you what's in your kit. The fabric, the floss, the bag, the needle minder. Oh, I was like, where's my needle minder? It's over here. So this comes with DMC floss, and there is one classic Colorworks in peanut brittle. Very pretty. Good color palette. That's awesome. And then the cute needle minder. That is adorable. Gingerbread tree. Nice. So they always give you a pamphlet with everything that comes in the kit, which is awesome. And then again, another picture of the finished design. Very nice. So I'm excited for that. Yay! All right, let me regather. I'll be right back. Okay, so I just have a few more things for the last of this video. So I hope you really enjoyed my Christmas WIP parade. I enjoyed showing it to you. I had a lot of fun. Always exciting to see the progress I had made on these projects, where they're at, what kind of progress I would like to make in the future. And so, yeah, I'm just really excited about all of my Christmas projects. So one of the things I do is I absolutely categorize my WIPs as far as like mini, small, medium, large, or BAP, which I define BAP as big as all get out project. And I do as all get out as one word. So that's where my BAP explanation comes in. I know a lot of people say big ASS project, and I used that saying for a long time. But I really like the big as all get out project because it's big as all get out project because they're huge. But I do as all get out, all is one word, so it's under the A. Okay, so there's that explanation of my BAPs. But I'm trying to find my little list here of, here we go. So this is how I categorize my cross stitch projects. My minis are 50 by 50, which is 1 to 50 stitches, and that's for width and height. My smalls are going to be my 100 by 100, so within that range of 51 to 100 and down, so on and so forth. This is how I categorize my projects as to whether or not it's a mini, small, medium, large, or BAP project. And sometimes I will stitch by the categories. So right now for December, I'm going to focus more on my mini projects. Of course, I say that as for December 1st, I'm going to stitch on the Carolyn Manning Holiday Joy, which is a huge project, and I only have one square done. But going forward after today, December 1st, I'm going to focus more on my mini projects that are Christmas oriented to get a finish on those, and then move up to my small, medium, large, BAP, etc. And this is kind of how I'm going to progress going forward in 2026. And again, I'm still doing my monthly WIP parades of the season, the holiday, and if there's neither one of those, I have a whole, not here because this is February. This is full coverage February for Hade. I have other full coverage as well that I'll pull out for full coverage February. But here and then the shelf below it are all full of non-seasonal, non-holiday projects that don't fall into any category that I've got behind me here. So that's kind of how I'm going to go about that process to get more projects finished, done, in the pile that I need to fully finish them, because that's a whole nother ball game in fully finishing, and that's a different pile separate from my stitching. So just going to progress down as I finish the projects. And at any point in time, I could be like, you know what, I'm tired of doing it this way. I'm going to go grab whatever I feel like stitching on today. And I do that a lot. So it's just no rhyme or reason behind the way I stitch or why I stitch the way that I do. But I am trying to give myself a little bit of structure here with the sizes and to get some of this WIPs finished so that I can frame them or finish them however I'm going to and get them on my wall or displayed however I choose to do. So that's kind of interesting with that. Then I also want to get more back more to my index cards and tracking everything on those. So I have laid out like a little template of how I want to do my index cards with like the project name, the designer, the company, if it's under a company like Cheryl Granda of Glendon Place, you know, designed it, but that's a company they published it under. Then if there's any magazine that it came out of, list it there. List my floss information as far as, what did I say, the brand, the numbers, and the names. And then just kind of put that information in that area, and then below that have my start date. Then over here, I figure I'll have my stitch count. So that's where my, you know, say 50 wide by 50 high comes in, and I classify whether or not it's a mini, small, medium, large, etc. What my design size is going to be when it's finished as far as width and height. What my fabric needs to be cut at for a 3-inch border. My fabric count and the type of fabric as far as like Ada, Lugana, that kind of thing. And then if I did any dyeing of the fabrics and what colors I used. And then down here below that, I'll have my finish date. And then at the bottom here, I've said on the back of my index card, write any notes or stitches per session information that I want to track. So that's kind of how I'm going to lay out my index cards. Just, I mean, I know it's hard sometimes when we all have a lot of projects, or even if you only have a few projects, it can be hard to remember all the information that we want to remember or know about the project that we stitched. So I'm going to go back to this system because it worked really well for me, and I keep the index card in the bag with the project, so all the information is right there with me at the time that I need it. So that's kind of, you know, going forward some 2026 plans as far as going back to this index card system and using my mini, small, medium, large BAP categorization to help me focus on finishing some of this stuff. So I'm really excited about all of that for 2026 and organizing. I love organizing and planning. However, I'm not always good at following through and I change stuff often. So it's a roller coaster here. It's stitching on the 40. But we have lots of fun and that's what matters, right? All right, so I do have a fun start to December 1st and the Christmas holiday. As you see sitting behind me here, I have an advent calendar. I am a diamond painter, but I do not show my diamond paintings. I don't think I've shown my diamond paintings at all on my FlossTube yet, just my nails. But I do plan to show some diamond paintings at the end of some of my FlossTube videos, and I figured a really good intro for me to get into this kind of habit of showing a little bit of diamond painting at the end, which will also get me working on my diamond painting WIPs that I have. Right now I have two active diamond painting WIPs. But however, just like any hobby, I have a stash, but it's not out of control like my CrossStitch stash of 35 years, 37 years. 37 years of stitching. My brain is just turning off for this holiday season. Diamond painting I've only been doing for the last 2.5 years roughly. I just started it, I think it was March of 2023 that I just started diamond painting and getting interested in that. I was always leery because of my cats and the little diamonds. However, it's been working okay. Bella is not used to the diamond painting yet, but I will get her there just like I'm getting her used to me sitting and cross stitching, and hopefully she doesn't go after my floss. So I thought a fun thing to do, there are 12 gifts in this. This is a, what does it say? 12 days at the Sparkling Gift Shop. It is a diamond painting advent calendar from Diamond Art Club. It's really large. Oh, and it on the back, they've got it tied there. I took the cellophane off, but I haven't opened it yet. So on the back here, it shows everything that's in there. 2 full diamond painting kits, premium drill pen, stackable tray with lid and stopper, diamond bottles, washi tape, 1 sparkle pal. I don't know what that is. What else does that say? It's hard to read that backwards in the window clings, coasters, cover minders, mini dazzlers kit, and a garland. And of course, these are all diamond painting kits, and it comes with everything that I need to do these things, along with some of the tools that you need for diamond painting. So that's fun. And again, it's Diamond Art Club. I wanted to treat myself this year. I've never had a diamond painting advent. I've never had a cross stitch advent. I don't think I've ever had an advent, in all honesty. No, I take that back. I got a Bath and Body Works advent from my friend Tammy a couple years ago. That was a lot of fun to go through. I think it was about 3 years ago. So this will be my second advent then, but this is my first diamond painting advent, and I thought that would be a lot of fun, something new to do at the end of the video to give a little variety. So I'm going to, since there's 12 pieces in here, 12 days to open stuff, I'm going to open them every other day, and I will video when I open each one and add it to the end of my December 15th video and my December 31st video. So those will be broken up, and you get a little bit here, a little bit there, and a little bit there. All right, so I've got to get this. Let me just set this stuff up here so that I can open this on the table. So I'm going to scoot back a little bit and pull the table back. And here we go. So just going to open day 1 today. This is really exciting, but look at this. There's the whole thing. That's exciting. Pretty thick because it's got full-size diamond paintings in here, 2 of them. All right, so where are we at door number 1? 4, 11, 2, 5, 3, 8, 6, 7, 10, 1. Oh, I found 1. It's down here. Way over here. Okay. So let me turn my camera a little bit so you get a better angle of this. Let's see. Okay, so door number 1. And I'm okay if I pop it and rip it or whatever, because I'm not saving this. I don't have space to save stuff like this. And I don't see myself reusing it, so. Okay, maybe I need to lay it down to open it. Good grief. Hello, Bella. Mama's almost done. Oh, there we go. All right. All right, so door number 1 we have right here. I was able to get that open. See if I can pull this out without ripping the box of the product. There we go. So our very first door for my diamond painting advent is washi tape. Oh, hang on. Where'd my remote go? Let me turn my camera back and fix everything. Okay, so I just wanted to turn the camera a little bit. So the washi tape, 3 rolls. Here, let's take it out because I'm going to be using these. So I guess I'll be having 3 or 4 diamond painting WIPs, maybe more now. Because I am going to start some of these. Can I get it open though? Oh, good grief. I should have thought about that when I had stopped the video, maybe to cut the tape. Oh no, there it goes. Okay. So let's open this and look at these close up. Look at how pretty. Christmas. Love that. So if you're not a diamond painting person, washi tape. So diamond paintings usually have sticky glue, pour-on glue, and it goes along the edges past the actual diamond painting. So that's where the washi tape comes in handy. And you put it over the sticky part, plus it creates a beautiful border if you want to use the washi tape when you're framing, which I have done before. That's a lot of fun. So yay, that's exciting. Right on. So day number 1 for diamond painting advent. I have my washi tape now for when my first project comes out of the advent, and I don't know which day that's going to be. So let's see. For day number 2, which I will film that on December 3rd, and it'll be on my December 15th FlossTube. Day number 2 is right over here, and that's a pretty big area. So maybe it's like one of the little kits, like the mini dazzlers or the coasters or the window clings, something like that. So I will definitely video opening that, showing the product to you, and then if I do work on it at all, as far as like getting some diamond painting done, I'll show that to you on the day after I work on it, when I film opening up another door on my advent for diamond painting. So yay, that's so exciting. I am very excited about this and to film that and share it with you. So I hope you enjoy. Thanks for sticking around. And I'm just going to make sure I didn't forget anything, and then I will be back to say thank you so much for watching. So I'll be right back. Just thought I'd bring Bella over real quick. She's super cute. She's like, let me down, Mama. I hope you have a wonderful next 2 weeks of December, enjoying time with whatever you are up to, whether that be Christmas shopping for family, friends, loved ones, whoever you purchase gifts for, or just spending time with family. I hope you have a wonderful next 2 weeks and enjoy that time. Any time with family and friends is always very precious. So I hope you have a great time. Enjoy your next 2 weeks. As always, thank you for watching, liking, and subscribing. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I really look forward to videoing my Christmas WIP update on December 15th. So we'll see what I can get accomplished. Thanks for watching. Happy stitching, everybody.